Nee, die machen ein Interview.
Do you read me?
Yes. Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Wolfpack here on the microphone together with Thomas, who is just still compensating the adrenaline from the last game.
All right.
I think it will be difficult for me to catch up with him.
Yeah, you might have to cool me down here a bit.
Yes. How do you want it?
Keep it going, keep it going.
But I think it's going to be an exciting
Feeling
game
the chills.
to see the Norwegian female team in action again. It's always a pleasure to watch them play underwater rugby. A little bit like the same when you see the Colombians. And I guess Australia will put up a good fight. It's not... I don't think they have big chances to win this game, but nevertheless they can make up a fight. And I'm curious to see the strategy putting in action they developed for this game against definitely one of the top teams of this World Championship. And it's going to be difficult for them. And like many other games we already saw, it's going to be a lesson for the less experienced team, in this case, Australia.
Most likely, yes. Very much correct here, Wolf.
Thank you, Thomas.
No, I'm looking forward to it. The Australians putting up a good championship here so far.
Yes.
Showing that they're quite strong. Talked to the coach and the key players here before. And working out a lot, spending a lot of time to preparing for this World Championship. So it will be very interesting to see if the Australians can put up a fight against the Norwegian squad here. Australia, a very young team overall, developing team, having 7 leagues in the nation, so quite a nice developing country here. Yet Norway, an old school team, 15 years of playing experience, basically on average. So we will see if they will be able to put up with the experience that Norway is bringing into the game here with some of the key players, Norwegians, also reigning European champions.
Game starts. Norway in ball possession. No
fast swimmers here going for the basket immediately. Their objective: score 1 goal as fast as they can. But the ball getting up here to the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper trying to move out. Well done here by number 7, Charlotte Jordan's the captain, moving out and giving up a hard fight here against the Norwegian women. You can see the physicality of this game. Catherine Helne trying to move forward. Norway, though, quite well known. They will not scrum as much as other teams. They will rather have the opponent swimming more freely with the ball.
Natalie Hartmann here
snatching it again. Natalie Hartmann doing a good job here, passing forward. You can see number 7
Charlotte
again,
Jordans,
Charlotte Jordans,
the captain of the team.
So Australia putting up a good fight here against the Norwegian women,
the first
moving into the Norwegian half. And now no Norwegian defense in place here. Now the defender moving in, but Australia moving on to the Norwegian basket.
Going in the first attack and scoring. And here we see Norway turning the tables and trying to score on their own. We are at the Norwegian basket. That's quite a surprise for me in the first seconds.
Australia putting up fight here for
Norway
the Norwegians.
Goes in very fast, very hard, tries to score within the first seconds to put up their dominance.
But now we see immediately, as soon as the ball is dropping down, 3 to 4 Norwegians getting off the basket, off the defense, trying to move forward. But Australia scrumming the Norwegians up immediately, stopping them as soon as they can, putting up an incredible fight here against the Norwegian women's team. But Norway now, nice ball handling skills here seen by number 11, Siri Korsbæk. But Australia moving out again with the ball. And number 15 for Australia here, Kama Montejo, trying to move forward. But now Norway getting a bit anxious here, moving in onto the players, trying to rip the ball out. But number 2, Julie Barceloni, yet not knowing how to pronounce her name, holding on to the ball. And Norway trying to push her to the corner, forcing her quite a bit to try to take a step on the side. Norway now using their fast swimming skills, and a good chance here now for Skiri Korsbæk. Yeah, that's correct. But you can't close onto the Australian basket right away. You know, 2.5 minutes played here in the first half.
This is an interesting start minutes for a game with Norway, because Australia is not that a challenge. But we see here they have found a means. They adapted quite quickly to the play
good scoring
of the
position here now, number 14.
And they are around the basket waiting for the kill. But again,
well
Australia
done here.
To break out.
Angela Dodd moving forward, but Norway recovering the ball.
Possession.
Now that's the Norwegian game they want to play, recovering the ball quickly. And there's the score for Norway. First goal here scored.
And it was number 5, I think, that scored here. Let's hear. We don't hear the referee. I think it was number 5.
Yes.
Which is, we don't have her on the list.
Do we have names on the back?
Here.
Yes, Magnusson.
Scored here for first goal. But at least it took them 3 minutes to score in this game. And here we go again with Norway into the attack on the Australian basket. The defense is in place, but 2 Norwegian players are coming from the close side, pushing in hard. And there is 1 player already waiting with no
defense.
The ball went over the basket into the hand of another.
Quick
Norwegian
pass down once again, and the player, very strong attacker, Amanda Barson,
10
with a quick execution underneath the basket. Now we're switching on their gears. But Australia still putting up a good fight here. not 100% properly in position.
Even whatever the game brings, that was a really good start for Australia. Impressive way to play against a dominant game like Norway. And
now, but moving forward, the Australians going into the Norwegian have Claire
Rocket.
But recovered by Norway and immediately going into the counter-attack. The fast Norwegian swimming, very dangerous for the Australians. We see the players arriving at the basket pretty much at the same time. Natalie Hartmann here trying to defend, but Norway moving in from above now. We'll see if she can reach the basket. She lost the ball here for a second, but moving on to the goalkeeper and getting a neck hold.
Waiting on the other side. We have the wrong display here for the teams. It's not Australia, USA, but Australia, Norway playing. And Australia is in blue and Norway is in white. And
Norway is in blue and Australia is in white, dear Wolf.
Yeah, I was looking at Lorena. She was pointing somewhere in the sky.
Nice save. Nice save here for Wolf.
Let me show you something.
Catching
look there,
catching those relationship points in the middle.
Yeah, the
timeout here for Norway.
So, here.
Timeout for Norway here. The coach giving some commands to his players.
People, könnt ihr bitte oben in der Zentrale das Display umschalten?
Ist schon da. Norwegen, Australien, kein Thema. Wolf zurück im Spiel. Halftime break. 30 seconds to go. Lorena, you might want to give Wolf some sweets there from the corner. All right, looks like I'm going to continue here alone for a bit of a time. Wolf got to recover his inner self, calming himself down a bit. Get some sweets for yourself. Maybe some Ricola. Okay, back into the game now. Australia in possession of the ball. Norway 3-0 here in the first half after approximately 5 minutes, 4.5 to 5 minutes played. And we see the disruptive gameplay of Norway here already. Australia trying to hold on to the ball, but nobody here to pass to. Australian gameplay getting now quite passive. They were really offensive in the first couple of minutes of this game. Sorry. Couldn't quite go in here onto the Norwegian basket, but now holding on and trying to scrum the ball away. Not something the Norwegians appreciate if they can't play freely. Number 10 here, Sarah McCarthy trying to move forward, but immediately being attacked by 2 Norwegian players. Number 2, not on our list yet. Moving forward, yeah, number 5, Karina Magnussen moving in, trying to place the ball, but the defense in place, well done here by Jasmine Lee, picking up the ball, not Jasmine Lee, sorry, by Angela Dodd here, picking up the ball, trying to move out, defense still in place, Norway though moving back in again. Yeah, number 2 here again, moving towards the basket. Oh, and a quick pass to the right, and the attacker forcing the goalkeeper, number 7, Charlotte Jordan's the captain of the basket. Norway now trying most definitely. Oh, what a pass downwards to the goal. And a really tough push here onto the basket. And a
Amanda Varston tried to force the goalkeeper off the basket.
Well done here by Australia to hold on. And now Natalie Hartmann moving out, but being attacked here by Norway immediately. Number 15 now, Carmen Montejo moving forward, but holding us.
She didn't pay attention, was only looking forward, and the ball was out of her hands, but recovered by her teammate swimming next to her. And we see a pretty good game here by Australia, but here comes Norway, the attacking machine in high speed now from the corner, attacking from above. There are 2 Norwegian players around the basket. No goalkeeper, ball is dropping down.
The
that could be a
not
chance.
Being in place. Oh, the back in place here now. And
another wave, and from the open side, number 11.
Siri Korsbreck yet again with the execution from the left.
So we have 4-0 now after about 9 minutes. in the first half here in this game. Norway in blue against Australia in white, and it's a 4-0 lead. It's much as we expected here in this game, but nevertheless, Australia adapted from their first second to the game of Norway and is playing really on a high level here. And it's difficult for Norway. In some parts, it's not as easy as swimming through. Australia is putting up a fight. And
Kevin Henry trying to push the ball forward, but Skiri Kosberg already
it's
moving
not really
forward.
A challenge for Norway, but a good game.
Swimming in immediately. Norway here very elegantly moving around the pool, placing himself, and yet again an attack from above. Good job at the goalkeeper here to push the ball away a little bit to give teams some breathing room, but there's a call by the referee, shoving upwards. And
kurze Nachricht hier an die Technik oben. Wir haben eine Nachricht im Livestream, dass es Probleme gibt. Anscheinend ist wieder die 11 Stunden und 55 Minuten Zeit erreicht, in der auch gestern schon der Livestream problematisch wurde. Könnt ihr mal reingucken, ob es irgendwelche Probleme bei euch gibt im Stream? Danke sehr.
Stream resetten.
Vielleicht müssen wir den Stream resetten. We just informed the technicians maybe there's a problem with the live stream after 12 hours in YouTube. So hopefully we can fix that. Thank you, Martin Safar, for the information. So we have Australia nesting next to the Norwegian basket, but the players from Australia have difficulties getting close enough to place an attack on the Norwegian basket, and the number 5 from Norway is protecting the basket from above. And now the Norwegian players get free of their own basket and go forward.
The Australians holding on to the Norwegians. Number 6, Marie Outzen moving forward, passing forward to Amanda Barston, who's switching sides. Norway with a very distinct attack pattern coming in from above yet again, passing downwards fast. Goal is open now.
Number 6 from Norway tries to steal the basket, didn't succeed.
Good change here from number 3, Hannah Berenger, moving on to the basket. But Norway trying to go onto the basket from above. I think the defender here, Hannah Matteo, very strong woman,
on the Australian basket,
moving the Norwegian to a nice pass here by Hannah Matteo, going for to Shirley Vessaloni, who's now going for the counter attack. A quick pass to the left, and they're moving onto the side of the Norwegians. And Amanda Barston here already in the defense, though. And now the Australians, number 30, going forward, Alicia Fong. And Norway recovering the ball here quite easily, but back in the hands of the Australian. Australian moving onto the Norwegian basket here, but Norway being on the defense, doing very well here. The Australians here putting up a great fight against the Norwegian teams, pressing them onto their own basket.
And they're very concentrated. They're very in the game.
Now a serious counter-attack here by the Norwegians.
Get on the ball. And not
the
too
swimming
much
speed here of number 3.
This is very fast. It's going to be on the open basket. Yes, impressive.
The impressive swimming. Stine Dahl here with the impressive swimming speed. Accelerating underneath the Australian goalkeepers. Australia moving forward into the half of the Norwegians.
This is the danger of the Norwegian team. They are fast. They are playing as a team very well, like an oiled machine, going forward fast and decisive in their attacks, in their defense, so they can play on every corner of the pool. And we have to say, it's a very good play from the Australians. The ball was boxed out of the hands of the number 5 from the Australians, of Natalie Hartmann. And now we are back on the Australian basket.
Trying to screw us up. Nice pass on Skiri Kosberg again. Same play over and over. Somebody coming from above, trying to screw themselves onto the nice position here, but that can almost like the score. Yeah, ripped it off again. A really strong Natalie. The Norwegian women being quite tall as well, so very difficult for the smaller Australian defenders and goalkeepers to stiff arm them, whilst
the Norwegians have a neck hold now. Yet again an attack onto the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper holding on, and the defender here kind of hitting the ball a bit and trying to force it out. Very well defended here by the Australian women against a very strong offense here of the Norwegians. Norway yet again coming in from above. Now the ball is placed in the goal.
But what is really impressive, what you see, what is happening here, the Australians might not have the experience and the strength to put up with the game of the Norwegians, but psychologically, mentally, they are in the game. They really are in the second there where they have to be, and it's just like the better experience and the higher strength of the Norwegians that enables them to score so good, so fast. But Australia is up for it. If they would have a long experience, more strength, it would be more difficult for Norway to score.
Yeah.
Impressive game by Australia, I have to say. And, for sure, impressive game and performance by Norwegians.
Norway, though, with a very distinct attack pattern. And at some point, even if those players are really strong and forcing themselves upon you, you can read those attack patterns, and a very good move.
Here we see again both players on both sides of the goal. And they are all around waiting down.
Oh, well done here again.
Now intercepting with a counter-attack, forechecking, and they don't let the Australians swim through the pool.
Angelo Dott here moving out.
It's really inch by inch. The Australians have to fight to get into the half of the Norwegians. The forechecking is relentless, and here the Australian player does not have a place that he can play to.
The Norwegian chance here. The Australians battling themselves. One chant versus the others. Oh, a fast pass forward here. Norway going straight to the offense. And we can see the fast swimming of the Norwegian players time after time.
Do you still have problems with the live stream on your side? We have the pictures here too. And it seems to work. Please give us feedback if you still have problems with your live stream on your end, and write it in the live stream chat, please.
An das Livestream-Team, anscheinend ist der Livestream immer noch problematisch. Wir haben kein Bild. There's no picture online.
And again, we are at the Australian basket. Norway is doing what Norway does. Now above the Australian basket, trying to put pressure, but one Australian player is on the surface, wrapped around the ball, but now two Norwegian players coming down again. Number 11 again.
Oh, and there the execution from the front. Yet again, number 11, Siri Korsbrekke. One of the major key players for the Norwegians here, always being in position. Though very obvious attack patterns here by the Norwegians, though, coming in from the closed side from above, trying to shove the ball onto the other side, players being in place.
But it's not the complexity of the attack that makes it so deadly,
it's the force
but the
and
precision.
With
which
the execution perfectly.
Yes, it's
the first player coming from above, screwing himself onto the goalkeeper. If you can move the goalkeeper himself or herself in this case. Amanda Barston here forcing the ball away from the Australians, and a quick pass forward. Skiri Korsbrekke here again, and now we see again those forceful movements from above, ripping the goalkeeper off with a neck hold.
That was Moyo, number 15, coming from above. And
Catherine Moyo.
Pushing down with a typical move out of the shoulder. You push the ball out of the shoulder in the gap. Nice executed. And the Australian team just still seems to be up for it. Less than a minute left here in the first half. It's an 8-0 lead for Norway. And I think Australia does not have to hide this score. It's a good one.
Australia now having some sloppy passes in the middle of the pool there, costing them a lot of time and pressure, because Norway going immediately for the Australian basket here yet again, establishing their attack patterns, moving to the right corner, waiting in the right corner properly until all the players are in place. And we see yet again a number 2 here placed underneath the basket, waiting for the ball, waiting for the execution. Yeah, there it is. Those strong moves onto the basket. Solibake here with the
Australia.
Annes Solibake with the execution.
Australia should take a timeout right now to cover. And they did, I guess.
Took one.
Or did they already take one?
I think they already had the timeout.
Yes. So they're waiting for the half-minute break, for the half break. So because it's the strain these constant attack put on your concentration, and the Australian concentration is up for it, but nevertheless you get tired after 15 minutes.
Those attacks of the Norwegians are so physical. You can see the attacks coming in from above, those neck holds really tearing on you. The goalkeepers here smaller and a bit lighter than the Norwegians. On here yet again a very strong attack, yet again passed on to the other side, and those executions by the Norway, it's textbook executions. The Norwegians, Amanda Barston, number 10 here.
Australia needs a break now, and definitely it does. The goals coming faster and faster. They need 5 minutes to recover, to talk to each other, and to build up the close to the same defense mindset they had in the beginning. And now they're getting tired after all this constant beating they have to accept from Norway. Great game from the Norwegian team.
Maybe the Australian game needs to score just once against the Norwegians. However they're going to do it, they want to try it. And we can see them fighting here. Charlotte Jordan's the captain, going again and again after the ball.
Julie Versoloni trying to help out the number
Catherine
2.
Held here, number 60.
20 seconds left, so this is it for the half, and it's a necessary break for Australia.
10 goals here in the second half, and coming in from above the Norwegian attackers, and we can see them immediately going a bit offensive. Norway here getting offensive a little bit too early.
And 0. And we have the half break, 5 minutes. A great game. And 2 Norwegian fans with horned helms singing pretty forcefully in the hall and entertaining everybody.
And now we are here. Now back here, halftime break, nearly over. 2.5 minutes to go.
So probably you can help us. We're missing some numbers here on our list. It's Kjell Hurlen. We don't have the number. And Tovin Margaret Holland. We're missing the numbers on our list. Probably you can tell us if you know the numbers of these 2 players. Probably I pronounced them wrongly. Tove Margaret Holland.
Maybe it's Holland or Holland, because
Holland,
there's this little
Kjell
circle.
Hurlen.
Kjell Hurlen. Help us out.
There,
number 9. Ha! Gotcha.
So just one number missing here for us. Yeah, I agree with Jane Hepple. The Aussie girls are doing an awesome game here. very concentrated, very up for it, and they play their best game here against one of the best teams in the world. And this means something. We only have a 10-0 in the first half, which is not an easy feature.
No, we're sorry.
Against a team like Norway. And two Norwegian fans are really, really up for it. There will have been no voices in the end of the day.
Have fun after 1 hour of screaming. But chanting on the Norwegian women team. Aussies in the back.
So let's
silently interrupting their chants with flags and motions. Subtle here from the Aussie fans. Well done here by Scotty.
So let's see if the Australian ladies had time to recover in the break and get back into the concentration they had in the beginning, which was a little bit crumbling in the end. The goals from the Norwegian team came faster and faster after one another. So 15 minutes to go for Australia to withstand the avalanche of the Norwegian machine. And it's a beautiful machine. The way they execute their attacks is textbook-like. And
yeah, it's surgical precision there by the Norwegian women. Doing the same move over and over and over again, coming from the close side of the pool, getting onto the goalkeeper from above. And a little bit problematic here for the Australians that the forwards are not tackling those attacks away immediately. If they could do it, might have been a bit of a better chance there. Yeah, Norway stealing away the basketball here easily. How much?
We got the information, Tove Margaret Holland is normally number 4. We don't have another number 4, so could be.
Possibly. We'll see. Okay, Norway now moving in immediately. We'll see if they stick to the same movements, going right to left, or if they will change sides. Oh, beautiful attack here. Ball going up and down. Oh, there's the call by the referee. Shoving.
We
and
have
a free throw for Australia.
We have no contact to the referee right now. Now the Aussie fans are singing loudly. If this is happening in one of the first days of the tournament, what's going to happen in the last days? It's going to be inferno-like emotions.
Volcanoes of emotions erupting here
yes,
in the pool.
And Norway's coming again.
Oh, yet again a forceful attack here.
But nice,
ball dropping up.
Soft.
Ooh, a long arm stretched
Norway.
out. And now here, Hannah Baron get back on the basket. And number 10 moving out. Sarah McCarthy moving forward, but there's the call of the referee.
Call from the referee.
Attack on equipment.
These are the two Norwegian players, fans entertaining the whole hall.
And Scotty here in the back. Another battle of the flags. Australia versus Norway. The Norwegian men's team here in the back supporting their ladies.
Okay, can we switch back in the game, please? Können wir bitte ins Spiel zurückgehen? Die Fans sind großartig, aber danke sehr. Ja. Okay. Norway ball possession number 13 coming forward. It's Cecile Skade, the captain of the team.
Yet again.
And fast change on the basket of the Australians. Number 16 pushing from the open side. And another goal.
There's the execution. It looks so easy. Like there's no resistance there.
Yeah,
but
really
the Australians being on the basket, being in position, the Norwegians just quite a bit stronger here now. 2 minutes, or approximately 2 minutes, not 2 minutes played. Here in the second half, Norway with the first score now.
And we start again. Australian opening the game again. And with a pass down in the hands of a Norwegian player. And this is a fast counter attack. This is dangerous.
Here now.
because the Norwegians are so fast. They are even sometimes reach the basket before the defense, even if it's from the middle or even farther from the pool. So Australia has to be wide awake, and they are. They're up for the task to be ready and putting in the game they are able to play, and it's good enough to be in 11-0 with the best team,
the
on the best teams of the world.
Trying to disrupt the gameplay of the Norwegians, trying to hold on to the ball, but the Norwegians physically a bit stronger here than the Australians. Ripping the ball out now. Amanda Boston here trying to get the ball, but didn't get the pass. Just swam over. And you can see those Norwegian attackers forcing the goalkeepers off the basket.
And Amanda Boston is waiting next to the goal here, passing down. And again, Norway is building up pressure on the Australian basket, slowly making time for their players up there, and now they go in position around the basket.
Ball dropping into the ring.
Tackled away on the open side.
You can see how easily they pull the goalkeepers up in the Norwegian women are now waiting
now
on the basket. Now
a Norwegian goalkeeper stole the basket.
Ooh, but the Australian goalkeeper wide awake here, going for the ball.
Goalkeeper on the basket right now. And we're still in the Australian half. But Australia put up a fight here. It's not that easy.
Norway has to work for the goals here. Yeah, no, just moving through, but yet again moving in number 2 with a quick shot.
No player.
Yeah, Sole back here, but there's nobody available for her to pass to.
Pass, but there was no Norwegian player.
Now Celine Steinfeld moving forward, trying to escape, and the Norwegians pushing out of the playing area. Yeah, there's
call
the
from the referee. It's going to be a free throw against Australia. Now Eva Björnen is in the crowd chanting with the hardcore Norway fans, and they really manage with 3 people to shout down the whole pool area. Impressive. But all 3 of them are really huge guys. Now they take a selfie. Here we go, back again.
Australia back in the defense. Norway going for the goal immediately. 3 players underneath the basket. A quick push up here by number 2 gets Solibacka. And she can't quite execute it there finally, but yet again another player underneath the basket. But can the goalkeeper hold on? Yes, well done here by the goalkeeper, wrestling the ball out away from the basket.
By Australia.
Very well done here by the Australians, but Norway immediately on the attackers here.
We are about 5 minutes in the second half, and Norway only scored once.
1 goal so far.
It's not ironically here.
Maybe we'll see a repetition of the Australian men's game where Norway scored 10 times in the first half and only twice in the second half. That would be a great success here for the Australians. But no shot cost the curse here for you Australians. I like you. Please don't be mad. Now moving in again. Now the Norwegians placing on the left side of the basket and establishing a good pushing position, but can't push the stuff up properly. Well done here by the attackers going for the ball carriers and not letting them push onto the goalkeepers. Australia now quite stable defense, no defender underneath, but scrumming the ball. And we have a message here from Jane Hepler in the live stream chat. Great defense, Australian. Yes, we totally agree. I think Thomas and me can agree on that. It is a great defense we see here from Australia, and it's mostly hardcore concentration they put into the game to be up for the speed and the precision of the Norwegian team and to at least intercept as good as they can, and they do. Only 1 goal here in the second half.
Australia moving forward, trying to get into the half of the Norwegians, but a little bit of a miss pass here, and now we can see the fast sprinting game. 2 Australians having a sprint back, barely reached the basket. Now they weren't certain on who to
push. She tried to throw the ball into the basket, didn't succeed, and it dropped
exchange
from the ring.
Leaving up, but the pass going down, and yet again Siri Skorsbrekke for the execution, but not quite able. And there, Australia moving out, nice spinning move here to get the Norwegian off her foot. I'm so sorry, Wolf. I'm always in your way. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
There's a lot at stake here for me. There's a lot at stake here for me as well. Yeah.
Very great game by Australia.
Nice attack here by the Australians, going for the Norwegian basket, but a ball taken away by the defender. And now moving back into the Australian half. Ooh, nice pass here behind the back of the forward. Oh, and there's now a player alone moving upwards. But the pass downwards underneath the basket, and the execution here. Can he put it in? No, can't.
Skade, the captain, tries to push the ball.
Celine's time for the placement on the basket again. Norway still in the pressing position, getting a neck hold.
Wow, this is a tough fight now around the basket.
Australians holding on there for 2 to 3 minutes now. Norway pressing really hard for those goals, getting a
Thomas, I have the feeling Australia is even better adapting to the game of Norway.
Yes, most certainly.
Incredible.
Australia doing an incredible job here defending against those Norway offensive waves. Goalkeepers now not properly in position, though, yet getting attacked here by the forwards. Now the forwards doing a really good job here in this half, keeping those attacks from above off the basket now.
Helping out when the defense is too much under pressure, pushing balls away and making room for their own defense and for the forechecking. It's really intense what we see here, and a great game.
Now Celine Staffel capturing the ball, moving outwards, trying to pass it forward to number 13, Sarah Albert, and she has to wrestle the ball out against number 2, Gert Solibake.
What are you doing here? This is great.
Australian putting up number 8,
Claire
Claire Rocket.
And
Amanda Barston here with the steal. Australia doing an incredible job here in this half.
It was not surprising this happened because Australia was really playing their hearts off, and they were trying to go forward with everything they have.
Moving forward, nobody able to pass here, and Amanda Barston pressing them backwards, regaining the ball.
Wow, what a game. The first half of the second half is over.
Timeout by Norway now.
I think what I just saw from the captain, Cecile Skade, she was in one scene in the end, she was like shrugging her shoulders because she was looking for a teammate to play to, and there was none. So interesting in the play like this. She didn't look happy, so she took a timeout, and probably she's lecturing or the
was a good break for the Australians here, halfway into the second half. 1 minute break for the Australians as well. But also Norway maybe re-established their game plan. The coach
interesting to see the coach of the Norwegians talking to the team. He's very quiet. He's very calm in his movements, the way he talks. Very concentrated. No screaming, no wild gestures. Very important to calm down a team and to put a team together. Nice to see this. It's not like he has a reason to scream.
All right, timeout over in the second half here. Timeout for Norway.
But you know, Thomas, even in a dominating game like this, you cannot be. It can be you're not satisfied with your game.
Yeah.
And it's not like
most often Norway isn't satisfied with the game if they're not winning as high as they want to win.
Yeah, that's why they say it's so good. Never be satisfied. Always go for the better.
Yeah. That's the Norwegian mantra. Be as best as you can be. Now we see those attack patterns yet again, and number 4 here with an arm on the basket, Tove Halland, waiting for a ball.
I agree with Christopher Danielson in the live chat. Strong Norwegian women, and indeed they are. There's no
Norwegian
doubt in
woman
that.
dominant here, but Australia putting up an incredible fight. Norway really has to fight for every meter here around the Australian basket. Now, nice view here. We can see the defenders being impressed. Now, there's the call from the Anna referee. Gonna see what's go. I think there's a free throw against Norway. Shoving. Yeah, pushing the goalkeeper up without the ball, shoving, and the free throw for the Australians. So a bit of breathing room here. We'll see if the Australians can manage to hold on to the ball.
But you have to be careful if you have a free throw against Norway. Yeah. Don't lose the ball because they underswim you in a speed you have to prepare for.
I mean, getting attacked here immediately, but I've got to say the Australian free throws in this game, I didn't notice one steal here right away. The Norwegians always had to fight for the ball, were attacking the first player who's getting the ball, but they didn't lose it right away. Like we see right now,
very
good movements forward. They're twisting around, giving them a hard time. Number 25, Jasmine Lee here now trying to hold on to the ball. But you see how the Norwegians are spinning them around, but can't pass it forward. And they're trying to move in on the Norwegian goal here. Now Norway trying to establish a counter-attack, and we see immediately Amanda Boston here going with 3 other players for the Norwegian goal. And this looks quite empty, and yep, there's the execution.
This was pure speed.
Yep.
And also intimidating dominance. 3 of these players coming with the speed they do to 1 against 1 goalkeeper who had to swim back.
The defender in place, but the goalkeeper not there in time.
Pure
and that's
speed.
that's what the Norwegians love. Receiving the ball back in their own half, and then using the entirety of the ball to accelerate and just outswim their opponents.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Definitely impressive. Yeah. And standard for any other team. And here we go again. Fast play. And already in the half of the Australian team.
Ooh, the defender trying to move out here, but not going back in. Norway trying to establish the game plan again from the closed side of the pool. Yeah, but a bit of sloppy pass there. Ooh, picked up here, but picked up by the Norwegian by the Australian goalkeeper. Captain Charlotte Jordan's trying to move forward, but the ball back at the Norwegian hands. Bit of a missed pass here. And now number 7 from Norway trying to move in. Gunhild Litabo. And we see those passes going left and right of the Australian goals. And now there's yet again an attack onto the goal. But it can't push the Australians off. Nice exchange here. And there's the call from, there's a penalty call from the referee. Apparently shoving of the defenders here. And now the penalty call against Australia. We'll see who will pick up the penalty for Australia. I think it's number 3, Hannah Beringer here, going for the defense. At least she motioned that she will stay in. Everybody else has to get out of the pool, and we'll see who's going in. Number 2, Gerd Solibacke, going for the penalty. There's the coach in the playing field.
You don't want to be the one defending the goal against the Norwegian.
You can only win.
Yeah, an experience. Experience.
We'll see. We'll see. Maybe the Australian can come up with some kind of plan, but the Norwegians very physically strong. 5 minutes to go. 13 goals here. Ooh, it's getting close. Maybe we see some kind of wonderful defense here by the Australian goalkeeper. But Gerd Solibacke here getting ready. Juggling the ball a bit left and right. Getting a feel for the ball.
So what are we waiting for?
I think the referees are discussing something.
Something is up on the...
The penalty time. They got to put penalty time up
that's why they point up there.
Yep.
In der Technik, ist jemand in der Technik? Wir haben Probleme mit
der... Die müssen die unten anstellen. Bitte? Die unten das Board zum Einstellen.
So we cannot see, the referees cannot see the penalty time, which is...
I think they're going to take it with stopwatch. And
yes. No other way.
I think Gerd Solibacke is
this waiting is not nice if you are in the water and wait for the penalty. Your muscle cramp up.
Yep.
And here we go. Start of the penalty.
Gerd Solibacke moving in quickly here onto the Australian
well
basket.
defended by the goalkeeper, number 3.
Hannah Beringer here underneath the ring, and Gerd Solibacke with the
fast move over the head.
Quick motion.
But the first seconds are very well done. She was in between the goal and the attacker, and tried to cover the way with her body, and just moved up a little bit too slow in the move. But it's
twisting motion. It's the hook into the basket.
Incredible action we see in this game by both teams, dominating Norwegian team and a very well adapted and learning Australian team. About 4.5 minutes to go, and we have a 14-0 lead for Australia, which is still for Norway.
But Australia putting up a good fight here against the Norwegians. Now Siri Korsbrekke moving in again onto the Australian goal. No goalkeeper though in place. The forward trying to block her. Oh, nice ball shoveling underneath the goal. The defender here, but there's the call by the referee. Holding on to the ring, and it's a free throw against Norway. Sneaky move there by the Norwegian to hold on to the ring and trying to grab the ball from the other side, but the referee's being on point here.
As they
everything.
all every time are.
Yep.
We have to say more and more thank you to the refereeing too. It's very exhausting throughout these days being in and out of the water. Great job from the referees.
Quick fun fact, do you want to know which photo from the first day is the most liked one on Facebook? It's the referees. So everybody liking them. No, really nice guys here. Doing a great job at the pool. Now we're back in the game. Mother Boston here recovering the ball from the Australians. Waiting for someone to pass forward. 4 minutes to go in this game. 14-0. It would be great to see Norway not so going any for the Australians, but there's the number 15 for Norway.
That was number 2, Gert Anne Solibake, scored here from the open side in a counter-attack, and less than 4 minutes left in the second half. Ball outside the playing area, in the hand of Norwegian player. And we have a free throw for Norway. Amazing adapted Australian team.
Ooh, fast ball handling here by the Norwegian women. Going yet again in from above, but now passing it downwards. Now number 5 here already being in place underneath the basket.
Three minutes left in the second half.
Maybe they won't score anymore. No, Australia doing a fantastic job holding on here against these very dominant Norwegian women.
Yeah, on every level, I think conditionally, speed, strength, and concentration is really. Australians are up to the task. I think it's probably the best game I've seen of them so far. What they're doing here against the way superior Norwegian team is great, and the Norwegians again show us move to move where underwater rugby is going and what is the standard to play.
And you see Australia forcing the Norwegians here back into the basket now for quite some times here
After
in the
all
second
this
half.
time, we are at the end of the second half.
End of second half, 2 minutes to go, and Australia playing at the basket of the Norwegians.
Being able to pull this rabbit out of the
They might even
head.
stay here for 2 minutes.
Whoa.
Who knows? Oh, now scrammed up here with Amanda Barston. You don't want to fight for a ball with Amanda Barston.
Have you ever tried?
Yep.
So up on the surface.
No, she's most certainly one of the strongest female players here on the squad.
The speed with which the Norwegians
Quick pass
switch
here,
from cluster into the attack is amazing. And they go really into the attack mode.
And there's no goalkeeper on the basket, and Norway is moving in and
stealing the basket.
Oh, there's a call from the referee. Shoving by the Norwegians,
ball.
I guess. Otherwise, it would have been, shoving by the Norwegians. Otherwise, it would have been an advantage for the Norwegians if the Australians would have been shoving. So 1.5 minutes to go. It's 15-0 for Norway here against Australia. Australia with the free throw. Yet again, a nice execution here of the free throw. The first 2 free passes go forward, but now, number 22 of Norway here, moving in onto the Australian basket very quickly. Lisbeth Haugsberger. And now Norway back on the offensive here.
We have a message here in the live chat of the 3 evidence of Hellberg. Do the Norwegian team use speed? I can explain it to you. They are speed.
Yeah, they are the definition of speed on the female underwater rugby.
They don't need take speed. They are speed. So hope this explanation is working for you.
Well done here, recovering the ball for Australia. Sondra Pennanen. Ooh, but Australia recovering the ball. 43 seconds to go here by the Australians. Oh, but now they're the risky pass. Oh, and Australia here playing forward. Oh, two Norwegians coming from the blind spot of the player here. And now the quick counter-attack set in motion here. Gerhard Solibake with the reception. Passing the ball back, and 19 seconds to go. Can Australia keep their goal clean? No, there's the number 16. 12 seconds before the end of the game. Oh!
It's still a respectable score for Australia.
Yes.
And they fought really, Norway had to fight for every ball. They were all goal. There were probably 3-4 throws on the empty basket, but the rest was fought for and against the resistance of Australia. And even here in the last seconds, Australia is playing the game and doing their best. Wow, great respect to the Australian team.
Well done by the Australian women. Congratulations.
And impressive game by Norway.
I would have loved to see them be 15 or below there, but Lorena, one score. Okay. Yeah, but still, very well played here by the Australians. They had minutes going on here, probably 2 minutes on average here, without a goal against the Norwegians. Defending very strong against the Norwegian team. Yes, the Norwegians here showing off what they can do. And certainly one of the favorites here to win this